Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Malik Willis, first start in the NFL. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been cheaper. It has never been easier or a more streamlined process for you to get over there, support the channel, and get a bunch of additional Quarterback School content. So if you love the details, the nuance that we talk about, ball, the position, offense, defense, pass protection, run game, all those types of things, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the description. Get over there, check it out, become part of that community. I appreciate the support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, Malik Willis, first start ever. Nice win. Probably not the statistical day he was looking for. So we're going to look at a number of plays, a number of things, how he impacts, how he can play better, how he can play better quickly. But there's still a lot to like, even when you go out there and don't necessarily spin it exactly how you would love to. Right here, this is just a play action. They're faking power, big boy downhill ball, and we've got what most people would call a drift post up top. So boom, right across the field. This is simply wide ass open, ball must be thrown. If it's not there for whatever reason, then you've got this deep out over here, and you really just go 1 to 2. Now, all I can say is maybe he doesn't see it or something flashes in his face, but we're faking power, we're pulling the guard, we're kicking out, we're downhill, everything is downhill. This is wide ass open, and hey, it's his first start, so don't freak the hell out, but come on now, let's go quicker. I will say just things that look like I think could go faster are just his footwork at the top. If he gets his feet in the ground, no wasted movement, and let it rip, you can see him turning this thing down, right? So at the top of the drop, throw it. Now maybe, again, teams run these different ways. Okay, so let me mean what I mean by that. Some teams back in the day used to just call like pure glance. Like you've got a landmark. Hey, let's pretend that the landmark is your feet are at the bottom of the numbers. You're running a glance. You're going to catch it 20 yards on the top of the numbers. Nowadays, most teams, especially when you're going to condense split this thing and spray the release, meaning widen, you'll give some freedom to this guy to be able to carve this thing down. So maybe he sees this guy and feels this guy. I don't think so. Okay, this ball needs to come out. You need to put it right on the wide receiver, right on time, speed up the top of the drop. If it's not there for whatever reason, say it really is covered, the linebackers cover it, look at the out down here. So no, yes. Either way, these are the types of sacks that will piss off the lineman. And that's not a coverage sack, that's a quarterback sack. Got to get the ball out of your hands. Next one, 3rd and 8. Okay, we're going to double chip. We're going to get the ball eventually to the check down. A lot of NFL teams, especially the young quarterbacks, will say punting after a 3rd down completion is okay. In fact, I've been in a number of NFL quarterback rooms where that is a sign. Okay, so right here, nice job getting through whatever this route combination is. I'm going to pretend that it's 3 verticals. I'll let some other Tennessee guru tell me what it is, but there's no options here. This looks like a seam. This looks like a seam. This looks like a outside release go that gets jacked. Maybe, best case scenario, you're trying to put a 2-on-1 on this guy to the field. I highly doubt it because this is a massive big boy throw on a 3rd and 8. So nice job dealing with whatever this combination is, getting the ball down to the check down. Okay, I'm a big fan of Todd, not a big fan of this concept. We can do better. We can give him better options down the field, 3rd and 8. Give us a chance. Where do you want the ball to go? Where should the ball go? Again, you can't put a 2-on-1 on the safety down to the bottom when you got long hair getting jacked. Okay. Nice job, Malik Willis. Like it. Played the play at the correct tempo, the correct speed. Got the ball down to the check down. Punting after a 3rd down completion is okay. Get out there, punter. Get paid. Next one here. This is a naked to the left at a gun. Okay, so we've got all sorts of issues here. First of all, nice job by Malik Willis not making a bad play a disaster, because this is a bad play. What is 8 doing? I can tell you what I think he's doing. I think he's responsible for the edge with what a lot of people call a late flat. Okay, so first thing, and I feel like I say this every week on this channel, so forgive me, but gun, because of the prevalence of gun in all of football, in my opinion, naked at a gun or keepers at a gun are just not as good. You get a better fake, everything's a better sell under center. Okay, first. So now we're in gun, acknowledged. Whatever Longhair's doing here, okay? I'm a big fan of long hair, by the way. It's just when you don't play good, it's hard to have long hair. Whatever he's supposed to be doing here, I'm assuming that he's supposed to seal the edge. So that means whoever shows up in the C gap, you need to give our quarterback a chance to capture the edge on this naked. Okay, so right here, it looks like he is chasing the defensive end. So when the defensive end goes down and chases down the run, he chases him. And what does that do? That brings his guy right here to the party. Okay, so if he's responsible for the defensive end, first of all, you got to go get him. Okay, and if he is responsible for the defensive end, it's crummy scheme. And I can't imagine my guy Todd is doing crummy scheme. So watch him. He chases him, he brings 25 to the party. If he just stands there and blocks 25, we at least have a chance. I'm not saying it's going to be a good play because our out down here to the bottom gets jacked. Okay, that's a penalty. Ball maybe gets to the shallow. But whatever we're doing on the edge here with 8, we can't do this. This is not good football. What's happening? That's bad film. That's bad ball. Give Willis a chance here. He's a great athlete, but we can't have 2 guys standing out there. So tough. Next one here. Old school T-counter boot. This actually come up now a few different times, I feel like, this week. He's just late to the flat. You know, it's a little bit of a cute way that they get there. I personally, and I think I said this the last time this play was on the channel, I prefer no fake here. You can see just with the offhand going to the wing here, the inverted wing, it just complicates the ball handling for the quarterback. So to me, this ball should be out like a handoff to Henry. Right there, put it to him. He eventually gets there. He essentially goes 1 no to the flat, no, 2 to the over, no, back to the flat. But to me, this ball needs to be out. And I think the tip here is no ball fake. Okay, we don't need an empty hand fake to the inverted wing. No one thinks you're handing this ball off. It doesn't matter. Okay, what we need to do is reverse out of here, get our hands ready to go, and the action gets this ball to the back right away. The over is 2, and how he plays this, he really goes 1, he doesn't think it's there. I think it's there. 2, not there. Back to the flat late 3. So you get kind of this creative triangle. But again, the reason it's not there for him early is because he's not ready to throw. Just give it to him. It's the best player on the field, one of the best players in the league. He's a beast. Get it to him. Come on. Play it faster. There are a number of plays that are going to come down to, hey, we need Malik Willis to play this play faster. Right here, he needs to get it. It's almost, actually, I should take that back. His ball handling needs to be faster, and then he plays it almost too fast, as counterintuitive as that sounds. If he gets the ball handling correct, just put it on him. He's right. He's wide open. Get it to our guy when it's supposed to be there, on time. Next one here. This is interception. This is a bummer. Okay, a few different things here. Now, I'm making some assumptions when I start diagnosing this play. But for me, this is a drift post or drift 8 again. The ball is obviously behind him. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Will we get a nice little hit by there? Who is that? 55, 58? Right there? Ooh, pretty rare sighting. So, ad lib here. My guy right here, back in the day, you would absolutely debo one of these cats into tomorrow out of the frame. Now, they teach a hip by, where you take your near hip, and you just kind of give up your back, both hands up, and it operates as a block, but it's pro player safety. I like it a lot. Very nice right there. That's good football. It's a little flash of good football from the Texans. Rare. Now, back to the interception. Watch Malik Willis's eyes, the helmet stripe. He looks to his left right there. Okay, so first of all, whenever there's a play action ghost, meaning that the quarterback is coming back, faking something, usually to the tailback right here, and there's just a open hand and the back is somewhere else, that usually is because the back has aborted the fake and is going to go protect the quarterback first. The priority is always protection over the fake. So that's what that open hand means. That being said, he's blocked up. So when he gets to the back of his drop, for me, watch his helmet stripe. It looks like he's looking this way, like he's like checking to make sure his protection's okay, as opposed to trusting it. If he trusts it, he comes back here and he rips this drift post on time. Instead, he peeks to the left, which makes him late to this, and the ball's behind him. Okay, so he comes back to understanding the pass protection, trusting the pass protection, and playing on time. See that helmet stripe right there? Look to the left. Now he comes back to the drift post and he's late, and the ball's behind him. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. Playing quarterback in the league is not easy to do. We're blocked up, drop back, throw it on time. We're late, our eyes are not in the correct spot. We got to go make a tackle. I like the effort to force him out, that's for sure. But again, watch this thing and just play it out if he was on time up top to that drift post. Boom. Again. His eye, he looks like he's looking down to the left. There's nothing to the left. Now maybe you could say, hey, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend to tell you I know what the read is. Okay, but I can tell you that this kind of drift post is more of a timing first read throw. Potentially, this could be the first read too. I don't know. If that is the case, the ball needs to go here. And then we can't go 1 to 2 up here. That's not how this thing works. For that to work, this would need to be more of like an in to give you a true friendly runaway. Okay, so again, I understand I'm making some assumptions here. He's going to have to be the one to describe what happened on the play. To me, it looks like he doesn't trust his protection. His eyes are in the wrong spot. The timing is jacked. It's a really nice hit by. And we throw an interception because the ball is late and behind us. So again, watch this thing play full speed. Got a free runner to the left. You better check. Nope, don't check. Trust it. Know the protection. Get it out on time. Instead, we're late. Bad things happen late over the middle of the field, and there it is. Tough pick. Next one. We're late again. This time we get a completion to the shallow. To me, the read here is the back to the boundary down here on a wheel to the shallow. Now he eventually gets there. Nice job being an athlete. Off-platform flick. There's a lot to like here. But this ball should go to number 2 on the shallow way faster. So no to 40. Yes to the shallow. Boom, right there. You see how he almost goes to Henry? So wheel, check down. He kind of skips a route. And now he eventually gets there, but he takes an unnecessary hit. Okay, so let's talk design-wise here. First of all, I'm not a huge fan of, I think they end up trying to make this like a flag route. Okay, I'm not sure why you would do that when you're running this guy on a wheel, but let's pretend like that's not the case. Okay, so whatever this is, he's out of here. We're then going to get that rail or wheel here. That's really where the ball's probably trying to go. If that's not there, then I'm making the argument that the ball should go to the shallow faster. So it's 1 here, 2 here. To me, it looks like he plays it 1 to the wheel, and then he gets his eyes to Henry here on the check down. Now, hey, for all I know, that might be how they're teaching it. If that's how they're teaching it, my man Todd is in the wrong, okay, in my opinion. So play this thing out and just see the eyes and how I think he can play these things faster, 1 to 2 here. So no to the wheel, shallow, that fast. And again, watch what happens with the split flow action. So we get this sniffer. Now they're going to play a bunch of man-to-man versus Malik Willis. We get this split flow action. Watch what it does right here to my guy, friendly fire. He's going this way to cover that. We've got this shallow coming back across. Nice little friendly pick. Don't hit your own guy. Okay, so again, to me, this is a well-designed play. It can be played better, faster, cleaner. And again, I get it. It really helps when guys run into each other, but I'm not going to apologize for it. No, down to the shallow. Now he gets there, okay? He gets there. But you can see how the play could be played faster, easier, take a hit off. The other thing I would say here is on this fake, it's kind of unnatural, but as you shuffle, get some depth. See how he's kind of flat and walking backwards? So you almost have to shuffle and get some depth, because if he doesn't, he's getting the left tackle walked right into his lap. Get some depth. Nice completion though, nice athletic flick. Next one here, 3rd and 11. Now, we get a completion to the check down, but I have no idea what these outside routes are. Okay, I know I'm been complimentary to my guy Todd so far, but these routes on the outside, in my opinion, ain't it versus half field safeties. So I'm not sure what you're supposed to do here as far as playing quarterback. I think like this is a nice job. Again, 3rd and 11 sucks. Get a completion, punt, quarterback world, NFL is okay. So when I'm talking about what are these routes, these are, in my opinion, half field safeties, okay? Rolled up cloud corners. We are inside releasing. It's mirrored on both sides, all right? Inside release, corner, post in thing, okay? First of all, this takes forever. Okay, this would be a sack in 7-on-7. Couple that with, I think they run like a deep hook here. There's no way you have enough time for this thing to work in front of a half field safety. These are, you'd have to throw with crazy anticipation. Normally, if you want this to work and attack this area of the field versus split field coverage, you just come in and run an inside release in. Okay, and that at least you can throw that with some anticipation. This double move down the field versus a half field safety is a hard hell no from me. Okay, and then you mirror it for some reason. Normally, if you're going to have these crazy exotic routes, you will have one of them do it, so you have options versus other coverages or other looks. I'm not sure what you're possibly reading, looking at. There's no way you can hold on to the ball that long. It's all bad. So right there, you can see, in my opinion, the timing, the design, unrealistic. He's also taking a 3-step drop there from gun. To me, this would probably be a 5-step drop from gun because it takes forever. I mean, what is he, 3 hitching? And then he gets it to the check down. Those guys still aren't open. So tough to play quarterback like that. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. In addition, the Quarterback School Patreon community revamped. You know about it. Get over there, check it out. I appreciate it. In addition, we've got the Quarterback School courses, the premium content available through the channel, a bunch of my favorite topics in deep detail. So if you're looking to up your game, check out the Quarterback School courses. And then if you're interested in a bunch of the free resources we have available, all of them can be found in the video description. We've got a play calling tool. We've got a Pass Pro Quiz. We've got a free course. So check out all of those resources. I appreciate it. As for this video, let's get back to it. This next one though, not tough to play quarterback. Okay, we got a big corner up top and we just skymail this thing. Wide open, would love to show any bit of touch to this corner. This is a really nice job, the old triple wing. Sneak the outside guy down. Oh, so close to being a big play. Okay, so first of all, I love the idea of, if you're catching all this man, to be able to come down and block, engage, and then get out into the corner. Okay, because what it really does is it makes this guy think, oh, Jesus, I got to go tackle this guy on the edge. Not what I want to do, so I better get my ass up there and get ready to get low. Okay, you take your eyes off your guy, and then you sneak right by him with that kind of engaged corner. Now, Willis-wise, this is another example for me. Either he doesn't see it or he doesn't trust it, because watch his feet at the back. It's wide open. Now, I know the tight end is getting walked into his face. If you have to reset here, do what a lot of these guys have been doing for a long time. Quick, sudden movement, reset your feet. Don't get caught kind of in this tweener world where you're like half moving, your feet aren't set, and you have to like sideways flick it for no reason, because this guy's wide open. These are layups. So whether you want to get up and do it, whether you want to move and do it, but for me, he makes this thing unnecessarily difficult with his feet. Watch how he throws this thing with his feet. See how he's like falling all over the place? It's like a half movement. Weird angle throw, just unnecessarily difficult. Bizarre, because this is an easy layup for a big play. Big miss. Next one here is a perfect example of what Malik Willis brings to the run game. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I don't watch every snap of the Tennessee Titans offense. but I would imagine that they weren't running a whole lot of zone read. Now, it helps when you've got this guy running the rock and finishing runs like that. I acknowledge that. But this is just simple zone read. We're reading 97, the C-gap player to the right. So when he goes down, or he makes a read for us, he comes up the field, we just hand this thing off, and he goes right down the hash. There's nothing prettier than this thing. This is clean, simple, 3rd and 2, y'all, making a huge run on this type of simple run action. And again, it's a good play, even if Malik Willis keeps it. Obviously, he can tote it, but man, this is special. How'd you like to be this free safety right here? Seeing this dude run full speed at you downhill, and he can put that move on you, switch his hands, stride out, and finish at the pylon. Get the hell out of here. That is a freak of freaks. But I love it with Malik Willis because he does bring this to the table. He can run it. Now, I personally would love to see a more comprehensive run game with him. But if you want to dip your toe into the water with a little zone read, and we're handing the ball to that guy anytime, it's all good for me. But this is a big 3rd down. This is how you can run the ball on 3rd down. They use this exact play multiple times for big runs. I love it. You know, this is what Malik Willis brings to the table. Yeah, it's Derrick Henry being a freak and finishing this thing, but not all quarterbacks can do this. Next one, 2nd and 2, 2-minute situation, all slants, Lion. Not there, he doesn't like it. I think it's unfortunate that he picks the side that doesn't win at the number 1. But for me, this ball needs to go to the check down. So another example of just playing this thing too slow. So pick a side, inside out, no, check down. Now, could Derrick Henry potentially go faster to the check down? Maybe. I'm throwing it. Instead, it's a throwaway. Now, to me, all slant, you know, quick little dart or shorter slant, 3-step slant, usually on the outside. You pick a side, you want to hook up your boy right here, great. It's probably the only guy who doesn't get the ball. If you pick up top, it probably goes here. Regardless, though, if you don't like it down here, so no, boom, right there, fast. Just playing the plays a little quicker. I think that's what the film screams when you watch some of these reps. As opposed to, you know, I think the things are there on time. We're just, for whatever reason, not getting them. No, check down. And he does it a few times. We've seen checkdowns already thrown. Next one here, 3rd and 2. This is a rough sack. Okay, this knocks us out of field goal range, 2-minute situation. Again, for me, this is a tough one because I think he could play it faster and potentially get it to the shallow. But let's acknowledge the fact that we've got some edge issues. So this is what most people would call some iteration of power pass, meaning the whole offensive line is going to their gap left, and then the back is coming and cutting whoever shows up in the front side C gap. Now, I will say, I've got some design issues here. This is not my favorite way to do it. Why? Because normally you'd have a fullback type here. You run him at the C gap defender, you bluff him so that he thinks he's going to get cut, and then you're out into the flat. So it makes the block a little bit easier for the back because this bluff right here, to me, is not really selling anything. He still has the ability to get his kind of head and shoulders going, get a head of steam, and make that block really difficult, even for a great player. So could the design here be a little bit better? Yes. I also think that Malik Willis could play this just a tick faster and get his eyes to this shallow and potentially get the ball out and not take a sack. You be the judge. Again, acknowledge the fact this is not the block we want. The design probably could be better to help that block, but could Malik Willis say no to the flat, yes to the shallow? No flat, yes shallow. You know, it'd be hard. You'd have to get up in the pocket, dip and rip right there, up, find the shallow. But you see guys do that a lot, probably guys that have a lot more experience with this play. But again, 85 with the bluff, that doesn't bluff anybody. And 55 is a good player, don't get it twisted, but you can't take that sack there, especially once you get out right there. Once he breaks that first one, like, oh, that's tough because now we're punting, lose 3 points. So watch this thing full speed. Do we have the flat up top? No, we're out leveraged. So this is how fast you have to play the play. Flat, no. Shallow, yes. And I'm nothing easy about it. The pocket's collapsing. We're taking an L at running back. We almost get away, but man, that sack cost us 3 points. Next one here, 3rd and 5, back to the zone read. Now, 3rd and 5 running zone read is pretty cool because you get this walk up from the linebacker types, and you talk to most offensive line coaches, and they love any iteration of zone versus walk up. How about the wide receivers up top, man? Are they run blocking? Oh my goodness. Get after it, fellas. But the reason that you love it versus walk up zone is because there's no second level of defense. Right? So we're reading 55. Normally, good defense will have layers to it to be able to protect itself from this. When that second layer is walked up into the front layer because they're trying to jack with the protections, if we get everybody reached, which we do right here, reach, 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 and then we're going to read 55. He's his own read player. Well, everybody's blocked. Everybody's locked in. There's no force player to our right. And this thing is as easy as it will ever get on 3rd and 5. I mean, that's as easy a look as you will ever see. It's a really nice call. It's some nice run blocking downfield. But this is what Malik Willis brings to the table. So again, middle field closed, man, really easy to see. Walk up, zone read, perfect call, left tackle, handling business, guys down the field getting after it, physical as hell. Love it. So from the back, we can see we're reading the defensive end on our left. That's a clean, easy read, right? I mean, he comes up. He's just sitting out there ready to tackle us, hand it off. I mean, he doesn't get touched. Massive 3rd and 5 run. Massive. Now another 3rd and 5, this time on the 5. This time we're faking that type of play. Pretty unique to ask King Henry to go out there and lead block for the rookie, but I like it. We almost get to the pylon. The only reason this doesn't work is because the right tackle on our left takes an L to 55 and he chases it down, makes a hell of a play, clips our foot, and then we don't have the power to get into the front pylon. But this is really a kind of layered buildup, what a good game plan looks like. We've been running zone read, right? We've seen it. We've shown 2 really good big chunks out of it. This time we're going to do the action like we're going to get zone read. So we catch it, extend the ball, the back's coming down. Then we're going to basically, we're going to veto that. And now he's going to go lead the guy we would normally be reading, that last edge player. So you get that one-on-one block. And we're going to essentially race to the pylon versus their middle field closed safety. It's essentially a tackling drill between this guy, and we get a race to the pylon. Now, the only reason, in my opinion, it doesn't work is because right here, for whatever reason, we fall over ourselves, and this guy makes a hell of an effort play to come clip our feet and not give us a head of steam to run this cat over at the pylon. But besides for the right tackle, let's watch the right tackle. Whoop. Okay, so right there. But you can see the action of the quarterback and Henry. That looks like zone read or duo. Then we're going to bounce out. Now he's lead blocking for us. And we've got the pylon. Right there, I would bet a lot of money that this is going to score. Look at 21 falling over himself. Oh, shit. Get in there. Tough collision. Nice play from 23, no doubt. But right tackle, give us something better. I love this call. I love seeing Henry get out and lead block a little bit. His teammates will love it too. That's pretty awesome. So close. Last one here. Another 3rd down. 3rd and 7. We're running naked up top. Again, iteration of what I'm going to call T-counter boot. It's probably one too many nakeds. For me, there's a little bit of learning here. First of all, just appreciate the thumbnail throw here. The ability to throw this thing with like his feet in the air from the sideline. Pretty wild, right? I mean, talk about playing shortstop. That's a pretty awesome throw. Are we serious right now? That's amazing. Now, where should the ball go? So this is me doing a bit of a tangent, but I feel like I've talked about this enough on the channel that you guys will know. This T-counter boot action, what I'm going to call T-counter boot, it doesn't matter what you call it, just a naked or keeper to the right, with the back being the guy that we're technically kind of faking at and throwing to as the first read. So that's where the ball's trying to go. We saw it earlier where Henry eventually got it, usually paired with some iteration of an over, probably something to the corner right here maybe in a normal world. Well, when you don't get it right here, okay, and you get all the way to the sideline, to me, just pretend like this top of the screen is a sideline. I don't want the guy who's in the shallow flat in a scramble drill to run up the sideline, because we've got other people going to be in the same space as him. So if there was a deep corner, they'd all be in the same space. So normally, if you're in the flat, especially in the league or teams that actually run scramble drill and know what the hell they're doing, if you're in the flat, you'll often see this guy turn his back to the quarterback, a good hard 2 steps, and come back down the sideline with room to spare. So down outside the side hash. Okay, so I'll draw it up on the sideline exactly where I would want it. But you can see there's an opportunity there. Now, does this back have a lot of experience with that? Who knows? Is Todd running that in Tennessee? I don't know. But you can see this play here. So for me, when he gets out here and he doesn't get it, okay, instead of just wheeling into this space and running through the similar space, if I'm in the flat here and I didn't get the ball and my quarterback is still playing, so we're in essentially scramble drill now, I'm going to get inside the side hash. You can see the side hash down the sideline. I'm going to turn my back towards the goal line, push hard to create separation and an indicator for the quarterback that, hey, I'm going to get this guy off me and I'm coming right back down the sideline. Now, if I was right here, I might get a little greedy, and I'd be okay with this guy being a little greedy and doing it at the pylon, so up and right back at the pylon. But that to me is the details, a real super nuance of playing that, hey, has Malik Willis done that a lot? I don't even know if they're doing that in Tennessee, but you can see here that back's not giving us anything on the scramble drill. Whatever that route is, ain't it. Right there, come back to the front pylon, it's a touchdown. Instead, the over snakes your spot, and we just barely don't hook it up. But man, that's a sweet throw off platform, isn't it? So just little small glimpses, I think, into the athletic ability and ability for him to spin it. We didn't really get a chance to showcase a lot of it, but still, that is a really impressive movement, just not on the same page scramble drill wise. So that is a wrap. Malik Willis, week 8, first ever NFL start, getting the only stat that matters, the win. Love it. Now, statistically, not a great day. I think that there were a number of variables that go into maybe why that is. I'll talk about a handful of them here, but I thought positive-wise, he did a number of things that I really liked. He got to a couple checkdowns. He was, for the majority of the day, safe with the ball. Now, did he have some misses? Absolutely. I think his feet let him down. His eyes let him down. Some of the timing of some of these concepts, the play action shots down the field, let him down. Obviously, you don't want the big turnover, the ability to maybe miss that deep corner down the field. But there were some positives of him being able to get to the check down sometimes, to be safe with the ball. And I think when he starts to be able to put some of those things together with the timing, trusting his eyes, trusting the pass protection, and you couple that with what he brings to the table in the quarterback run game, because there were some massive zone reads in that play. There was almost an opportunity for him to get a rushing touchdown as well off a design run. Those things together create, to me, a pretty exciting potential offense as far as what they could look like with him playing the position long term. So pretty excited. Let me know what you thought of the video. I appreciate you hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.